Assalamu alaikum grade 6 students. You're watching here a girl examining some specimen under microscope, but beside her there is chemical apparatus. This apparatus might be used in separation techniques of mixtures. You know very well, matter is made up of pure substances or mixtures. Means mixtures are impure. So pure substances can be element or compound, but mixture can be homogeneous or heterogeneous. If it has insoluble solute, then it is heterogeneous mixture. If it has soluble solute, then it is homogeneous mixture. Here in filtration, heterogeneous mixture is separated. The insoluble solute is filtered through a filter paper in lab, but in home or in water filtration plant, where we are dealing with large amount of solution, with large amount of mixture, solution is a type of mixture actually, then we have to use these types of plants, filtration plants. They are in your car as well as they are in your water filters as well. Okay, so filtration is done by different levels, like you have studied previous lecture as well. Second technique is evaporation. In this, homogeneous mixture is mostly done where the solute is soluble in the solution. The solution is exposed to sunlight or heat so that extra solvent like water can be evaporated and the soluble solute can be separated and left as salt or other thing, like we do in seawater. Here in lab it is done like this. Third technique is sublimation. Sublimation is a process in which solid converts directly into gas. This is also a very good technique to separate iodine crystals or dry ice or ammonium salts. An apparatus is fitted like this in lab. We have studied it in detail in previous lecture as well. Third technique is distillation. Distillation is a process used to separate the solvent from a solution. As compared to evaporation, in evaporation we separated solute from the solution. Here we are doing the opposite thing. If for example you had some seawater, you have to boil it and the steamed vapors of water are cooled and pure water is obtained in this method. The coolest method to get perfumes from flowers. This is the essential oil extraction from flowers. However, on commercial scale, like in oil companies, different components of crude oil are separated by fractional distillation and we get separate kerosene oil, diesel, petrol, gas, fuel oil and other things by this method. The last technique that we studied in our previous lecture was chromatography, paper chromatography, in which the difference of flow of rate of different bands or ink dyes is studied, and in this way the mixture of different dyes can be separated, the components can be separated easily. We can identify which color is made up of different dyes and which dye is more present than the other one. This is the summary of separation methods we studied yesterday as well, so I think there is no need to repeat them. You should all know these techniques. You have to learn all the definitions very well. If you need the correct definitions, you can go to the basic facts of your chapter first page and that will be very helpful for you. Today we have to do the worksheet, and be ready now. Hold your pens, hold your highlighter, whatever you are using to encircle the answers. Here we go now. First we will do fill-ups. The smallest particle that makes up a substance called an atom. Atom can combine to make bigger particles called molecule. Each different type of atom is called an element. Each element has its own chemical symbol. The largest number of elements are metals. A smaller number of elements are gases. Atoms are combined together in the form of compounds. Dear students, these fill-ups should be on your fingertips. Learn them well. Now we will do MCQs. The second MCQ is, which of the following is element? Diamond. D is the correct answer. Question number 3, metals make up more than 3/4 of all elements. You know metals are more than non-metals. Sulfur is an example of element. Copper sulfate is an example of compound. Water is a compound rather than an element because it is formed when hydrogen combines with oxygen. Now MCQ number 7, carbon is an element rather than a compound because it can't be broken down into 2 or more substances. Question number 8, which of the following cannot be used to separate a mixture? Decomposition. Rest I have taught you. I haven't taught you decomposition because it is not a separation technique. Question number 9, two substances can be separated by distilling if they differ in their boiling point. Question number 10 is, crude oil can be separated by fractional distillation because its components have different boiling point. Now MCQ 11, chromatography is the correct answer is method of separating chemically similar substances, as we did with the ink drops, and we have separated the ink components. Okay, question number 12 is, a sample of ink is put in the center of the filter paper. Several drops of ethanol best then put on the mark. 2 concentric rings of color are obtained. The best conclusion is C. It contains at least 2 colored substances. Question number 13. According to scientists' way of grouping or classifying substances, a substance must be either D. an element, a compound, or a mixture. Now question number 14 is, if an element X combines with an element Y to form a compound XY, its properties will probably be D. different from X and Y. Now question number 15 is not MCQ, it is type of questions. Which of the substances in this list are made of one kind of atom? Hydrogen, gold, silver, iron, nitrogen are made of one kind of atom, means the element. B is 2 different kinds of atoms. Water and carbon dioxide are made of 2 different kind of atoms, means they are compounds. C, 3 different kind of atom. Glucose, copper sulfate are made of 3 kinds of atoms. Question number 16 is very simple. It was just matching. So I have done it. You can see the yellow colored answer. Element is nitrogen. Compound is magnesium oxide. We were supposed to separate elements and compounds, but the substances given were orange juices and salt solution as well. But they both are mixtures. That's why I have not included them in my answer. Question number 17 is, nitrogen and oxygen are gases. They do not conduct electricity. Sulfur is a yellow solid. It doesn't conduct electricity. Sodium, magnesium and iron are elements. They conduct electricity. Question is, name an element from the substances which is a non-metal. So nitrogen, oxygen and sulfur are non-metal. Question number 2 is, exist as molecule. Nitrogen and oxygen exist as molecules. Third part is a metal. Sodium, magnesium and iron are metal. Fourth part is, will rust if it is exposed to air, oxygen and water. Iron will rust if it is exposed to air and water. You know very well, iron rusts. B part is, when iron and sulfur are heated together, what thing will be formed? Iron sulfide is a compound, it will be formed. Now in question number 18, A, B, C, D separation technique name are given, and we are given the questions that which thing can be separated by which technique? So number one answer is, to separate sugar from broken glass you would use filtration, because sugar will be dissolved in water and glass can be separated. To separate petrol from oil you would use distillation. To separate grease from dry cleaning fluid, but you will use distillation as you will. To remove mud from muddy water, you will use filtration. To separate the blue and yellow dyes in a mixture, you would use chromatography. Question number 19 is very interesting. The elements, names and their uses are to be matched because their properties are also in the next column. Aluminium for aeroplanes, as it is lightweight. Mercury for thermometer, it is liquid which expands when heated. Iron for bridges, as it is strong and hard. Copper for water pipe, as it doesn't react very much and can be easily bent into new shapes. This is your completion of worksheet. Hope your registers and journals will be best decorated with your work. Learn these all very well. Thanks for watching this video. Allah Hafiz.